After this first race of the day, we will be halfway through our second season of Formula One here at the head of the Haas F1 team, but we have a long way to go. Let's go ahead and jump right in with Kevin with a development point. We are going to go ahead and throw this on his cornering, mainly because Kevin really needs it. Also, I'm going to remind myself, Kevin still has 1 year on his contract. That is something that we are keeping an eye on. Theo also has a dev point. We're going to go ahead and throw that into his overtaking. Sure, we'll get that up to a nice number. And then from there, might as well just go ahead and check on the staff. Like, this is why you double check. You never know when they have some development points to use on their end. No more. That is totally a okay. Let's go ahead and we'll check some emails. We have some sporting regulations. It looks like we have the scoring structure sporting regulation changes, and it looks like nothing changes, but we do look like it'll be getting for a pole position bonus point, as well as a double points for last race change. That'll be very interesting, as the overall structure of points isn't changing. It still pays down to 10th, but we are getting the extra pole position point as well as the double points for last race. I'm going to go ahead and vote for this. I think it's fun. I think it's interesting. And I think we will go ahead and get that a positive vote. But we're going to head over to our car part development. We're going to see what we got going on. Just some research right now, but we need to get some design work going for sure. We have a few things. Everything looks like it's on its second spec, but if we look at this, our car is still not very good. So I think what we need to do is, we have a design for a rear wing going right now, but what we need to do is work on our cornering. Our cornering is, I mean, everything is not the best, but that said, we need a lot of help here. So we're going to go ahead and get a new design going for this season. With 56 days left and 75 days on this design to go, we're going to go ahead and dump everything we can, because looking at this, we are going to make a huge jump when it comes to our downforce, and that is exactly what we need. We need to be making some huge strides. I think so far this season, the second season, I focused too much on next season, and so what we're going to do now is try and work on getting the best that we can for the rest of this season as well. I mean, sure, we'll go with that. We're gonna throw our 5 things on there. We're gonna put it on intense. We're trying to get some future development bonuses, and for $4 million, I think we're gonna make some great strides. So that is good to go. Let's head towards race weekend. We'll go to race prep. What do we got for quality targets? We're gonna try and get one basically into Q3. I think we can guarantee at least one into Q2. I think that's a pretty standard thing for us. At least I would hope so. I don't think we can promise a top 10 finish, so we'll just leave that alone. And our quality streaks are looking very, very good. Our sponsor target of 4 in a row of qualifying 12th is on track and could finish this weekend, as well as our set qualifying position streak of 12 for 3 in a row also is close at hand. A cool 1.5 million could be up for grabs here, so we are going to be on our A game. So let's go ahead and head to the race weekend here around the Red Bull Ring. A very up and down season so far. Not a lot of major success to show for it, but at the same time, we did get Kevin a win, so we are feeling pretty okay about it. That said, we have a long way to go. Mick goes P2. Kevin starting his lap, gonna get held up a little bit by Alonso. Hopefully that was, clean enough. Kevin does go faster than Mick, and not even that much slower than the others. All right, throw on the freshies. We're gonna try and get out ahead if we can. Man, our car just does not have the pace that we really need here. I really neglected developing the car for this year. I think I got a little too focused in on doing research for next year's car. I think I kind of let a lot of this year's car go down the drain a little bit. I think that's definitely not helping us in this matter. If everyone wants to get out of the way, that would be lovely. Oh, Mick is gonna run into some traffic, and I'm gonna get angry because they're literally just rounding. Oh, we timed this horrifically. Oh, we timed this horrifically. Oh, he's gonna catch this entire group on the back straight. Oh, and he goes yellow first sector for reasons. Oh, what a horrific turn of events. Well, Mick is out. Kevin also goes yellow first sector. This has been terrible. You got rid of Gasly and got Charles Leclerc in the first seat with Lando Norris second seat. That is quite the lineup for sure. That is quite the lineup. Why are we under fueling the cars so much? And why was our first laps apparently so much faster than this? What is going on, man? No improvement across the board. Kevin safe. Both through. Let's go. What's weird? What a horrific set of laps, and we both make it through thanks to that yellow flag from Sonoda. Wow, I was not expecting that session at all. I think if you watch at the car performance details, you can see how close cars are to each other, even though you have 11th. I mean, then the driver still comes to play. That makes sense. I think people who get too caught up in like where their car ranks on the grid, probably missing those finer points where just because you're, 11th doesn't mean you're that far off from like 5th even. So that makes sense. How it really, at the end of the day, might just come down to the drivers themselves over the actual car performance. So that's a good shout. Oh, I meant to be like on board here. Oopsies. I'm sitting here watching just the screen. Kevin starting his lap. Mick has gone green so far. Rounding the final corner. We'll cross the line. Need to refuel, but cross the line. He improves, but not enough. Our car does not have the pace. Senol with the sub. I appreciate that, my guy. You really didn't need to do that, but I appreciate it nonetheless. You now have access to 4, count them, 4, I believe, emotes, which I say every time someone subscribes that I need to make more, and I've been brainstorming them, but I just need to sit down and make them. Kevin! Baby improvement, P12. But you know what that does do? Unless Danny Rick beats us. Was he on a flyer? He was not. We I think we secured our sponsor goal. Sponsor goal achieved. All right, what kind of strategies are we rolling up with today? Looks like a classic one stop here. I think we'll do a hard to medium for Mick. I mean, even could we hard to soft? We could try and just play track position. Rain, no rain. I mean, it says this is, I mean, the medium to hard apparently is slow, supposedly. So, I mean, we're playing the potential safety car game as well. This could be a long day for Kev and Mick, but you know what? We are going to, we'll see how it goes. Let's get this thing underway at the Red Bull Ring here in season 2. Tweeted a bunch of different stuff. Interesting.
The crowd are ready, the cars are ready. It's the Austrian Grand Prix. And
it's lights out, and away we go. I forgot Kevin had his grid penalty. I forgot. All right, they're next to each other. Mick is in front of Kevin. Down the inside of the McLaren. Let's go. Mick. Make the move. All right, what tires are we looking at here? Bunch of hards, bunch of mediums. You still don't, dude. I maxed out like a lot of those facilities like immediately, just because they don't cost that much money, and especially the weather center. I want that good information, I want that good information. Mick thinking about making a move around the outside of turn 1 here. Going to go down the inside of the McLaren. We're gonna bump these back to neutral. Don't want to blow all of our ERS here off the rip. Past Daniel Ricciardo up into P12. Kevin still hanging out in P14. We cannot afford to lose the back of Albon here, especially with DRS being enabled this lap, baby. So we're going to pay attention here. We're going to have DRS all the way through. Albon, no DRS, is going to be left in the dust here. We're going to put on the overtake and immediately put on deploy. We're going to try and leave Albon in the dust here. If we can break that that 1 second barrier, that would be beautiful if we could. Does not appear like we'll have the pace to do so, so we'll immediately drop that back down. We're actually going to harvest this corner neutral. This is the downside, man. It's the downside. Having DRS versus not. I think for Kevin, still down in P14, definitely in the DRS train here. I mean, we're just gonna vibe. And it looks like we're just gonna have to wait this one out and see where this goes. Wow, we have already lost 5 seconds to the top 10. That is not really what you want to see, is it? I think this is where we're truly seeing the true pace of our car and our car with these drivers, because man, we are getting absolutely demolished by this front group. I mean, they're lapping 2 seconds a lap faster. Are you sure? Like, are their cars that much faster? 2 seconds a lap. Let's see what these laps are. I mean, if that's what it is, then that's what it is, but that feels a lot like a lot. Okay, I was gonna say that feels a little bit suspect. Crash, safety car.
Yeah, copy.
Nope. Who done it? Who done it? Oh, it is a safety car. Oh, it is too early to pit. Don't be silly. There's definitely people ahead of us.
Now we see the Williams.
The Williams. The Aston Martin. No, those are definitely behind us.
And there's the hit.
Oh my god.
Crystal clear who was in the wrong there.
Oh my god. He's gone. The other car is gone. Goodbye.
Devastated.
What
They'll
the?
be questioning.
Yeah, an unsafe return for sure. Wow, let's see. I mean, everyone's running either the medium or the hards, but I mean, even these three were like leaving us in the dust on hards. Oh, Mick is in front of Albon 2 here, which is actually huge. Mainly just because we needed to break the toe behind, but around here it's so hard with all the DRS zones, just like back to back to back. Jesus. Kevin dropped all the way down to P16. Kevin is having a rough time of it. I think we may be needing to reevaluate our car number 2 driver. Yeah, we need to hold on to the back of Vettel and Ocon here for sure. Another lap. Another lap of safety car.
Got loads of energy.
Got loads of energy. Safety car is in this lap.
Safety car will be in this lap.
We're gonna go up to Leclerc here.
Okay, energy's good. Copy that.
All right, he has gone. We have a couple laps of saved up juice. We're gonna make a controversial choice here. We are gonna not ERS but we will push tires and push fuel. We're gonna try and save, unless we see us falling behind, obviously, but we're gonna try and see if we can save some ERS for attacking once DRS is re-enabled. And if we can hold on to the back of this group, that is beautiful. Oh, our car in a straight line is a boat. All right, we have to deploy with Mick. Have to deploy with Mick. Might as well just deploy with both of them, if we're being honest. We cannot fall and lose touch to this front pack again. We just cannot do it. We gotta stay with this front group if we're gonna have any chance. All right, we're here, we're waiting. Ah, dude, our car in a straight line. Oh, that's a position. Safety car.
Haas with an overtake.
Safety car. No safety car.
They've locked up and gone straight
Vettel
on.
though, locked up. We need to push. We actually need to push. With that lockup, we are now 1.1 behind
Energy.
Ocon. That's horrific. Fight up ahead. Fight and slow each other down. Oh, we have to deploy. We have to deploy as much as we can right now to try and catch up through this sector here, this third sector. Dude, they're all flying. Are you kidding me? Dude, our car is so slow. Oh, we're out of DRS. Oh, man. Oh, Mick has it.
Position gains for Alfa Romeo.
Mick has DRS, massive. Kevin also has DRS. Also kind of just chilling. We'll have the inside line here on Norris. Oh, we're not going to be able to leave it on aggressive tires forever. Or push fuel. Our car is just slow, man. That's the problem. Our car is just slow. What tires are these two on? Both on hards as well. This is tough. Alpine around the outside. Ocon making the move, making the schmove. We're gonna try and go down to standard and just to see what happens. If we fall off the pace too much though, then that's gonna be a problem. But if we can just get dragged along with DRS, that's huge. Up the inside, make the move stick. Up the inside again. Ooh, stick the nose in there, Mick. Dude, that front four disappeared. And honestly, all this fighting right now with Ocon and Sainz put them 2.5 seconds up the road as well. We need some clean air, if at all possible. Gasly is also catching us behind just about. Oh, he's fighting with Albon though, so there's that. Mick around the outside. Follow the fry around the outside. Switcheroo. Sainz is having a nightmare this race, being stuck down here in P9 though.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Kevin is not having a great race, we'll say that. We are doing really good on tires, but this is a tough one so far. This is a tough one. Gasly has caught up to our DRS almost. Kevin! Kevin.
Seems to have been a lockup.
Oh, Kevin. We're gonna have to make a tough decision when it comes to Kevin Magnussen very soon, I have a feeling. I know he got us our win this year, but he has just not had the pace that even like Mick has had. And it's unfortunate, it really is, but he's 6 seconds behind now. And not a whole lot to show for it. I mean, they're pretty even, I think, when it comes to the driver's standings, but it's just Mick has just seemed to have more pace. And it seems like he just makes less of those mistakes right now. Maybe I'm just forgetting, and maybe that's fair because I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention to this Haas save in a week. But it feels like Mick has been the one to be running in the points, be making less mistakes, and getting decent results. I mean, we're not doing amazingly, but I think that could be more also due to the fact that I haven't developed the car like I should have for this season so far. We're trying to rectify that as soon as we can, but it's not a surprise that our car is bad, but Mick has made it work. And again, Kevin got our win in Baku, but I think that more had to do with the circumstances of that race, specifically with qualifying in a late safety car. But we'll have to see when the race is over exactly where they stand. I know they're very, very similar, but it's just, Kevin is supposed to be providing that, that seniority level of experience and consistency that he just has not been able to provide so far. And it's a shame, it really is, but sometimes soon we're just gonna have to face facts that I don't know if Kevin Magnussen is the future of the Haas F1 team,
Alpha Tower regained a place.
Energy's good.
Let's see, we're slow. No, we're not. We're losing a bunch of time. This was like 2.5 seconds a few laps ago. Oh, Mick. Oh, Mick. Let's not fall out of DRS. We cannot lose DRS here, Mick. Okay, we're gonna have to push. We're gonna have to push for a lap to get back. Okay, he has DRS. We'll push tires and fuel. We'll harvest these laps. You never will be. I know. We'll have to see. We'll take a look at our we'll take a look at the scouting board. We'll see who's out there. We'll see who's open to negotiation. We'll see if anyone is willing to come over to the Haas F1 team, because we are making a push. We're trying to be the team of the future, but right now it is doing a little less so for us. Kevin is now in last, fighting with the Williams, the Aston Martins, and Sebastian Vettel. Whoa, Mick, what was that? What was that, Mick? What was that pause? You tried to go around the outside. Charles Leclerc, I paid 5 mil, but you're paying him 20 mil a year. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Oh, we don't have DRS. We got to deploy. We got to catch up. See, I don't think we're in a position to make a huge splash like that, but I think we definitely need to be eyeing up a new pairing potentially for Mick here.
An excellent move by Haas to gain a few places.
And what, Kev? Here, Kev, you deploy, sure. Ocon's not a bad shout. I'm thinking, Ocon, Zhou's a potential good one, I think. Who else was I looking at? Albon. I'm still not totally sold on the idea of an Alex Albon. We'll see what our scouting board looks like. We'll see what money we got, and we'll play around with it and see who's available for the pickings. Kevin back up into P15, but we're 9 seconds behind. Less good. Mick has been able to charge up the ERS for a couple of laps. Can get Gasly, think, because his new contract with Alpha. True. Yeah, that's going to be another important thing, is the new contracts going from season 1 to 2. I did watch the Singapore Grand Prix. Very interesting race. I think it was really only interesting because of the wet weather. I think otherwise, well, I think it might have been a very interesting race in dry, but I think it was interesting in a different way because of the wet. Watching Checo just disappear into the distance was very fun to watch. Happy for that guy. He had a pace no one else could match. In that one. Even though as much as Charles tried, he just could not match that level of pace. Yeah, watching Max have to fight his way back up through the grid was very interesting. I think watching him and his huge lockup after that one safety car restart was very interesting. Oh, Mick, man, we got to make that move stick, Mick. Come on. There we go. Down the inside. Make it stick on the Ferrari. Yes, sir. Thank you. Oh, he's still there. Oh, wow. He was on the inside the whole time. The car had the pace, but he ruined his tire. Yeah, that's true. I think it would have been interesting to see the FIA assess Perez's penalty during the race rather than after, because I think Charles definitely would have looked after his tires a lot more had he known what he was going for, but he really made that big push, and then yeah, his tires got destroyed. So those last 5 laps he just didn't have, you know, anything to really fight with. So it was interesting to see how it ended. But let's see what else. Lewis making that big mistake, allowing Max to get by. I was really disappointed when Alonso's engine decided to blow itself up when he was defending against Max so well. I think it was very interesting to see Max pretty obviously getting very frustrated with it, and I was interested to see how much longer he was going to be able to hold off Max like that. But then obviously his engine exploded, and that was that. Feel bad for Ocon, whose engine also decided to explode. Let's see who else DNF'd. Both Williams, Zhou, who got pinched by Latifi into the wall. Let's see. Latifi also got retired the car from that incident, and then Alex Albon running straight into the wall, putting the nose cone into the hole in the wall. I found very funny. Tsunoda also straight on into the wall. Was that everybody? It was both Williams. Let's see. It was both Williams, Zhou. Both Williams, Zhou, Tsunoda. Not Aston Martin. Both Alpines. That's it. And then both Alpines, because there was only 14 finishers. You're right. George had a nightmare of a race. Being at the back, starting from the pit lane, and then just being the guinea pig for everyone else to test out the mediums, the slicks when they get started. I feel bad for both Kevin and Mick in real life. Kevin because of his like 3rd meatball flag of the year or something, however crazy like number that was. What else? Mick because of George getting that puncture and his race basically being ruined by George. Yeah, George was just not in it today or that day, and did absolutely ruin Mick's race by giving him a puncture. My favorite part afterwards were all the memes of George being like, I gave him plenty of space, and then there's the wide shot of like straight down, whereas like there's this circuit, Mick is right here and George is right here. And so it's like I gave him plenty of room, but there's the obviously, and also George turned right into him. I mean, he moved right straight into Mick, so I don't know what George was really complaining about. So I felt bad for Mick. You know, with only 14 finishers, you had to think that they were in a pretty decent spot for points, but you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But yeah, not a good day for George. Lewis with the big mistake. I was really sad when Verstappen got by Seb on the last lap of the race. I was excited to see if Seb could hold on to, what was it, P7 at that point. Overrated? You talking about George? I think George is a good driver. I think he's just still young and new, and so I don't know if he has what it takes yet. I think he's just in a decent car, and he's a decent driver. We'll see. We'll see over the next couple of years how George shakes out in terms of the rest of the grid. So we'll see. We'll see. The rest of the grid is catching up to us. Honestly, I might like try and delay Kevin's pit stop as long as possible and potentially play for a safety car. Because at this point, I mean, he has nothing going on at all. Honestly, we're probably only a couple laps before Leclerc behind catches up to us and starts to, you know, reel us in. It's actually a pretty tight race when you really think about it. Anyone on a two-stopper? Does not look like it. Leclerc, Gasly, Norris, he's more talented than him. Leclerc has a lot of talent. He still has a long way to go. Pierre, I think, needs a change of scenery. So I hope the rumors of him going to Alpine are true. I think Pierre just needs to get out of the Red Bull family for sure. Norris, I think, is also one in the case of still being young and in an okay car, nothing great. Oh, Lewis. Why you gotta do that one to me, Lewis? It's fine. Let's see. Joe's having a great first season. I think he's had a lot of issues with reliability and just other drivers, but I think he was very deserving of another contract.
I think there's been a lockup.
Speak of the devil. Locking up on turn
Haas
2.
with an overtake.
Magnussen overtakes Russell. Let's go. I mean, we cannot afford to lose out on these guys. About to enter mixed pit window here. Kevin still chilling. Kevin's still chilling. I mean, them fighting up ahead is definitely doing us all of the favors. Max win plus fastest lap is the championship in Suzuka for sure. Very, very much selfishly, I really don't want him to win it this weekend, because if he doesn't win it this weekend, it means he likely will win it at the US Grand Prix, which I will be at, which I would find very fun if that was able to be a thing. So I'm very selfishly hoping for some maybe reliability issues, maybe a bad pit stop, maybe a puncture. Nothing dangerous, but just something more fun, you know. So that's my very selfish take on Max winning in Japan, but you know, that is what it is. So we'll see when we get there. So what is it? No, well, it depends. He needs to outscore Charles by 8. So that's where the first and fastest lap guarantees it, because that puts it a minimum 8 above second. So he does that minimum needs to win. He needs to beat Charles by 8 points. So second to third is 18 and 15. So really it's more about the math. We're going to pause this. We're going to attack. We're going to push. We're going to deploy. All right, Mick, I want to see a quali style in lap from you, and we'll hop on board with Kevin a little bit and see what's going on down here. All right, Mick, pit for mediums. Box this lap. Yo, Perez stays strong next 3 races. I'm sure he will. I don't know what it was about Singapore, but he definitely seemed to gel with whatever setup was going on in the car, so It looks like he should be. He seems to have figured something out. Hopefully, he can stay strong, continuing forward. It's more fun when there's more people fighting for wins. Mick in the pits. Should slot out, hopefully right in front of signs. Have you seen the times for the Japanese Grand Prix? I have not. I know it's like really early. On to the meads. Of course. Run, make on aggressive and push. I think on the east coast of the US, it's like, what is it? It's like 7 a.m. ish, something like that. I haven't. Let's take a look. It's like 5 over there. Oof. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I'll come back to you.
Alpine just advanced.
Let's see the race. The race for me is at midnight.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
It's midnight. So it would be Saturday night / Sunday morning. Yeah, Americans don't get the benefit of the doubt when it comes to race times. That's for sure.
That's a good overtake from Alpine.
Let's see, qualifying is at 1 a.m. FP1 starts at 10 p.m. FP2 starts at 1 a.m. FP3 starts at 10 p.m. Qualifying starts at 1 a.m. Race at midnight. Yeah, it does actually provide an interesting idea. I have been debating on doing a reaction stream where we watch the race, not watch the race on stream, but often, like, obviously, like, it would just be my reaction to the race plus anyone else who wants to hang out and watch it. So I'm thinking about doing that, because I mean, this is gonna be the first time where I don't have to wake up super early. I can just stay up and watch the race. And so I'm thinking about it. I think it could be fun. Kevin is 4.5 seconds clear ahead. Yeah, it's going to be honestly, in all honesty, watching the race at night might be way easier for me than trying to wake up early. I'll say that. I will say that. I don't think it would I don't think it'll be that bad. Mick is fighting. Who's Mick fighting? Alonso, Ocon. Looks like Kevin's the only, and Ricardo are the only ones who still need a pit. So it looks like Mick is a net P10 here. So that's good. So Mick, it looks like points regardless. That said, we are 8 seconds off of Daniel up ahead, so there's that. We'll see. Kevin has 2 more laps before he pits, or his pit lap is in lap, I should say. So at the start of the next one, we will send Kevin on his merry way. Oh, and they're gone. All right, bye, Mick.
Haas have moved up the field.
All right, bye, Mick. See you later, man. Have a good one. Actually, though, oh, we are getting passed around the outside. That is not ideal. You're gonna ignore for now. I need Kevin to get ahead of Alonso here. I would love for him to get ahead of Ocon as well, if he could. If we can try and hold back Alonso and Sainz as much as possible, try and create that gap ahead. No, Kevin, hold the spot.
Alpine just advanced.
All right, hold back the Ferrari at least. All right, never mind. All right, never mind. All right, at the beginning of the next lap, we'll pit Kevin. Hey. Yeah, I'm gonna do one more after this one for sure. This is just our first one on. We've kind of been getting back into the groove of things with the Haas F1 team.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Yeah, we definitely got another one coming up after this.
We're not okay on fuel.
It's fine. It's fine. We are fine. All right, Kevin, push, push. Then box for softs. Go. Nick, how we doing? Chilling?
That's a good overtake from Alpine. Haas with an overtake there.
Kevin is pretty much set to go from here. He unfortunately is, well behind. He's going to slot in right behind Vettel and the two McLarens into a nice big open gap that we potentially could try and play around with some fastest lap shenanigans with Kevin when we get down towards the end of the race here. So we might actually just, Kevin, we're not getting points with Kevin, so we are going to be conserving tires, conserving ERS, conserving fuel, and we're going to be trying to set the fastest lap at the end of this one. Stay on board here with Mick, who's fighting 3 people to stay in the top 7-8, which, considering where we started, is a huge win for us, thankfully. How's the tires looking, Mick? They doing A-okay. A-okay. Bing, bang, boom. On the outside, back to the inside. On we go. Here comes an Ocon right around the outside. Yep. Outside, back to the inside. Got off the Ferrari. Thank you. That is A-okay. Honestly, at this point, we are kind of just chilling.
Okay, energy's good. Copy.
At this point, we're kind of just chilling. We're trying to make sure we don't make any major mistakes, and that we can get a fastest lap with Kevin at the end for a little bit more money.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Ooh, Sainz ahead now.
Ferrari advance the race position.
Now here's the problem, and actually it might be a good thing if we're gonna try and catch the top 6. I know Mick has 0 ERS. We might honestly just sacrifice a lap or 2 and just charge up the ERS because he needs it badly. Kevin, we are leaving alone. Yeah, no, it's all good. Kevin, we are leaving alone because at this point he's so far behind that we don't think he's gonna, he has no shot for points. So at this point we are gonna save his tires and fuel and ERS to try and get a fastest lap at the end. Yeah, it's true, we can go to neutral. We're gonna charge this one and the next turn 3, and then we're gonna leave Mick back on neutral. The fact that we can do this and not lose. Oh wow, Alonso down the inside. That's fine. We were charging 11 laps to go. We are a-okay.
Alpine just
A lot of race left. A lot of race left. We're positive on fuel. We're chilling. We'll put Kevin back on balanced fuel as well, just so we don't want to have, you know, too much fuel. Up the inside, yes sir. Open up that ERS. Let's go. Down the inside of the Ferrari. Down the inside of the Ferrari. No. Who did it? It wasn't. I was kind of hoping it was Alonso. It was not.
Who's running wide there?
It was Bottas. Bottas running wide. I mean, he's kind of in his own little world. This is fine. Honestly, I'm going to set Kevin to push on fuel, try and keep that delta around that, you know, that 0.5 kilos positive, so we can push right at the end as well. I think for Kevin, we're going to try and get fastest lap. What are we running here? Oh, Mick. Oh, Mick. Come on. I mean, we still have a second and a half to Gasly behind, but that is not ideal, Mick. We gotta put some distance.
Use energy if you need.
We gotta put some distance in. Remember what we were talking about, Mick not making those kinds of mistakes? Yeah, that's the kind of shit we can't have, Mick. It's not the button I meant. Albon and Gasly are still fighting behind, so I'm hoping that they'll fight enough to not catch us, even though it looks like they're definitely going faster than us. Oh, now we're 5 seconds behind. We had points pretty much locked up, and then Mick had to go and do that. Oh, and then with the oh god. Well, Mick, you made it harder on yourself, and now you're gonna have to live with it.
Someone's run wide.
Joe running wide. How is Albon just absolutely gapped us immediately here? I mean, we're both on the medium. I get that, but like, that's quite a gapping, like, to be done immediately, you know? All right, I think for Kevin, we are gonna go for fastest lap next lap. That'll be what, lap 67. We'll have 2 laps to recharge ERS and then try again. On the inside, and should have DRS again. Yep, gap him. All right, Kevin, let's see a fastest lap, mate. You should have so much clean air it hurts.
Haas with an overtake there.
Yellow first sector. Oh, Kevin, we're not doing this, right? I mean, does Kevin have more sets of softs? I mean, I might sacrifice it literally just to go for a fastest lap if he doesn't set it right here. Purple second sector though. Purple second sector though. He probably had DRS on his first sector one time. Kevin Maxton, fastest lap. Let's go. All right, now harvest up, Kev. We're gonna go for it again. On lap 71. Kevin Maxton taking away fastest lap point from Carlos Sainz Jr. Exactly what we like to see. Oh, safety car. No safety car. Alonso. Ocon!
Who's that just crashed?
Is this
Let's
an
have a
Alpine
look.
on Alpine
Now let's look at
disaster?
this. The
No.
Focus on Sonoda.
Williams and Aston Martin. Why did it show Ocon and Alonso going so slowly then?
They've gone wide.
Perez running wide.
That's a position gained for Alpha Tower.
Yeah. Chill out.
Energy's good. Cover that.
All right, let's see. Is that Alonso in that one? Oh no, those are yeah, the back markers. Okay. I was gonna say, I thought we're catching up a little too much at this rate. They're on lap 70, which means we're about to start lap 70. Correct. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Believe.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Wait, is Kevin lapped? No, he's not. Thank God. He's gonna get one more lap. Now is when we fly, Mick. Now's when we fly, Mick.
Pushing now. Cover.
Fine. Yup, back down the inside. Alright, Kev, fastest lap again. Let's get it. Yup.
That's Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is today's winner.
You can use energy.
Copy. All right, Mick. That's a solid race for Mick. I know it's only 1 point. That's a solid race for Mick considering where we started. Because what we started, what, P14, P15 or something like that.
Brilliant. Take all the pickup on the way in. Well done.
Considering our car is trash in a straight line and trash in the corners, you know, picking up 4 positions and getting a point is huge. Kevin getting fastest lap, also massive. Circuit Paul Ricard up next. Kevin Maxton, fastest lap by a lot. Oh my God, a fastest lap by a lot. You know, he gets 16th, but he gets fastest lap. Should have used the tires and ERS to get him easily. At that point, I was more worried about defending from Albon. That's probably a bit short-sighted on my part, you're right. Also, here is the driver so far. Kevin is really only this far ahead because of his win in Azerbaijan. Also, Lewis Hamilton is on track for his 8th World Championship so far in this season. Fall off a little bit on the Alpines, but you know, we're still right there, only 13 points behind. All in all, a decent outing for sure. Nothing to write home about too much, but at the same time, we'll take it. Lewis killing it. Mick is 250k bonus, totally fine. Haas got to get back into the swing of things.